to all you fathers out there. I had an awesome day. My two of my kids, two out of three of my kids came to visit me today. My oldest son and his girlfriend live quite far away up on the Big Island, so they couldn't make it down. But my two younger ones, Trevor and Sammy, made it down, and they took me out for lunch today, which was pretty awesome. So if you're in there, hop in. And don't be shy. And like I say, hope you're having a happy Father's Day. Current temperature here is 26.2 degrees Celsius, 41% humidity, and it's definitely too hot for me in the sun. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you what I planted today. All right, it was a great day, a good Father's Day. I went on 2 motorcycle rides. And like the second motorcycle ride, I went to town with the kids, and they took me to the Treehouse Cafe. The food at the Treehouse Cafe is absolutely awesome. Hello, Benjamin. So yeah, when you're on Salt Spring Island, check out the Treehouse Cafe. It's like an open cafe with a gigantic tree growing through the building. So you kind of sit inside, outside. It's got this open air roof, which is really awesome. So I shot a quick video of the place, and I put it on my YouTube channel. Come back later when the stream starts getting more. Okay, yeah, no problem. Yeah. That's all right. Anyway, happy Father's Day to everybody out there. I'm going to show you guys what I planted today. I'm going to walk down into the front garden and show you something really cool. Okay? And I bought it yesterday. I wasn't in the market for it, but hey, when you go to the grocery store, you see something exotic by the front door, you got to pick it up for your garden. And I've grown the green form of it before, but this is the variegated form, which is really super cool. So let's have a look-see at it. Anyway, it should do well here. It is a perennial, and it looks super tropical. And it should grow about 10 feet tall here, hopefully, if we keep it watered enough. So there it is right there. Right behind me, that is a Arundo donax giant grass. I believe they're native to the Mediterranean region. This is the variegated form. It does grow like bamboo. You can see the shoots coming up here. I paid $25 for that one. Also, do you think my yucca color guard unprotected? No. I'm not too sure how hardy those things are, Benjamin. You better look up the cold hardiness on that. If is it a dayteal yucca? I'm not sure what a color guard is. Is it like a dayteal yucca baccata? These ones right here are a beautiful plant. So if you can get a hold of Arundo donax giant reed, try some in your garden. You can mulch them heavily, and you can see the shoots coming up already on this one. This was a 5-gallon plant for $24.95. And there was only one there, so I scooped it. And I think it'll look good. It's right at the entrance of one of our B&Bs here. They are, filamentosa, totally hardy. You don't have to worry about that. We got lots of filamentosa here. That's a really hardy yucca. So anyway, it's growing at the entrance to the B&B here. So, name of plant again, Arundo donax. Yours is filamentosa. Yours is yucca filamentosa. You probably have the variegated one. We have some in the garden here. I'll show you some. We have a lot of filamentosa in the garden here. And so anyway, so at the front entrance of the B&B here, you come in, and right to the right-hand side, you're going to see some Arundo donax, which is going to be kind of cool. Hello, Sally Kelly, John Kelly. Hello from Jungle Jag John. Banana Jag John, that's who it is. Banana Jag John. Okay, I got something for you, John. I'm going to show you something here. And I'm not going to be able to come down here very much because the B&B is packed out, booked solid. So the guests are going to start arriving next week. So there's the tree fern for you, bud. Right there. There is the Dicksonia Antarctica with all its fronds on it. Heard it was invasive. Arundo donax, only if you have good soil. We don't have to worry about that here where we are. We live on rock, so it's definitely not going to be invasive. But down there in that clay soil, there's a bamboo jungle. That is all bamboo down there. All bamboo. All different types of bamboo. But yeah, it really depends on the soil. And that's a myth with bamboo. If you have dry, rocky soil, even the most invasive species of bambusa or phylostachys are not going to take over your garden. But if you live on clay soil or good soil, you're probably going to have to put a barrier in, right? And because it will take over. So anyway, tree fern is doing good. And I'm going to have to keep it watered a lot now. So current temperature here is 26.2 degrees Celsius in the shade with 41% humidity. And that's why I'm kind of staying in the shade here. I'm really not looking forward to next week. It's supposed to get up to 31 later next week. And that's the thing, when the high pressure system locks in here up in the Pacific Northwest, it can often stay all summer long. So it gets really, really dry to Oregon coastal areas. Beautifolia is loaded up with flower buds. You can see the flower buds here. And this one's going to bloom soon. So when it blooms, I'll make sure to do a video of it. I grew this one from seed about 30 years ago. It's a beautiful tree. It's not cool to see Russian. It's so cool. Oh, yeah, that's cool. I like Russian olive. We don't have one in our garden. I had one in my last garden when I lived on the mainland. And you know what? I actually wouldn't mind trying an Elaeagnus in this garden. Just got to put it in a sunny spot. They're extremely cold hardy trees, man. You could grow those things in zone 3 because they grow them in Alberta. They grow them in Edmonton. And when I was in Edmonton, I've been there a couple of times in the summer, there was Russian olive trees everywhere. And like I say, up in Kamloops, Russian olive trees, and they look their best. They don't look that good here on the coast. I think because our winters are just too wet or something. Maybe that's what it is. Careful there. Yeah, they're not invasive here. Russian olives are not invasive. I've never, ever seen Russian olive self-seed here, but I will show you a true olive. I'm going to show you the aloe vera is color right there. There's an aloe vera. It's getting some color in it now. This is a real olive right here. There's an olive tree right here. So the story behind this one, many, many years ago, more than 25 years ago, I think it was probably around 1994, 95, we did a landscape job for this really rich American dude from California that had property here, and he wanted a bocce pit. So we built a bocce pit for the guy, and he wanted olive trees around the bocce pit. So where I used to work at this big nursery, I grew a bunch of olive trees from seed, got the seed from California. Russian olive is also edible. We'll get some. Yes, I've seen them with fruit. They get black fruit on them, I believe. They get yellow flowers because they used to bloom here. So this olive tree... So anyway, I planted a bunch of 1-gallon olive trees around the guy's bocce pit. And a friend of mine ended up looking after this guy's garden for like a landscape property maintenance gal. So she had to trim back his olive trees quite a few years later, and she started all these cuttings. So this was a cutting from the original trees that I grew. Hey, how's it going there, Palm Planet? Palm Planet. Cool. You changed your name, Palms USA, Palm Planet. That's a good name. So anyway, this olive tree is a cutting from the original trees I planted about 27 years ago. And beside it is a bottle brush, a Clistemon pallidus. So the one out front is blooming. It's got, wow. Yeah, that's a nice one. We got a bunch of olive trees in our garden. And this one here I planted, I guess probably 10, maybe 12 years ago, something like that. Got any live oaks? Yes, we do. We have a tanbark oak, which is native to California. I'll show you. There's a massive California live oak growing beside the cinema. I planted it as a seedling around 23, 24 years ago. It's a pretty good sized tree now. Never seen any olives here. Yeah, there's lots of olives around here. Well, we grow them commercially. So this is a tanbark oak. This is called, I used to call it Lithocarpus henryi, but I think I'm wrong. They might have changed the name. So this is an evergreen oak. You can see the little catkins on it, and then it gets these acorns. So look up tanbark oak. It's a really beautiful evergreen tree, and my buddy grew this one from seed. I didn't. I planted it as a seedling. And then I got some eastern live oak, but they're still tiny because the rabbit got in. I got them sent to me, the acorns from Virginia, and the rabbit got in and ate a bunch of them down. Got my second jab. You got your second jab. Wow, right on. You'll be able to travel soon. Hopefully I'll be able to travel soon, but I'm not jabbed. I'm unjabbed here. So that's good. My daughter got hers. My youngest son didn't, but he's going to go get it. My daughter's going to go for a second soon, and my ex-wife's got hers too. But I'm jabless here. Jabless. That tiki looks like it's going to fall over. Check out this tiki. What do you think of that? It kind of goes well with the palms. That was a driftwood tiki I carved years ago, but the problem is, I noticed it's got a bit of a lean to it, and if the bottoms rot off, then it's going to fall over and crush something. So I'm going to have to fix that. There's a bunch of them in here. This is the tiki tribe, right? The tiki tribe in then that's vivax, timber bamboo in there. Yep, I'm able to travel. I went to LA for the appointment a couple of weeks, so that's cool, right on. I think I could travel, but I probably have to quarantine. Wendy's talking about going back to Hawaii, so I don't know how that's going to work. I really don't. We're going to have to figure something out because I do want to travel again, but I really don't want to quarantine. So we're going to have to see how what they say about that, right? Anyway, I'm going to go sit in the shade. It's a very warm day here on Salt Spring Island. The current time here is 5:55 p.m. and current temperature is 26.2 degrees Celsius, 41% humidity. We're supposed to be heading up to 31 degrees Celsius later in the week, and I'm really not looking forward to it. The highs are going to be up in the upper 20s Celsius and then up to 31, which means if it gets 31 here, it's going to be a lot hotter inland on our island. Good for the olive farm, right? Good for the olive farm. I gotta put my name on the waiting list for olives. So the jasmine should be blooming soon. When the jasmine blooms, I'll shoot a video for you guys. This jasmine is absolutely amazing, these jasmine vines. And then here's the fuchsias. Hummingbirds are crazy. Like just about an hour ago, Wendy shot some good videos of some owls. There's 3 owls in this garden here, and it was driving the robins crazy, and the hummingbirds and our dog, and they were screeching away. I shot a video of them, but her camera's a lot better than mine. So anyway, try these if you like hummingbirds. This is Melangelica, I think that's how they pronounce it. So that's a fuchsia bush, and the flowers are absolutely beautiful. Grow them in partial shade and give them ample summer irrigation. And then you can see the flowers on that flowering maple up there. I'm doing a backpacking trip later this summer. Cool. Well, you know what? Wendy's son is backpacking right now. He's doing the West Coast Trail. It takes 1 week to do it. It's about 75 kilometers, and it's from Bamfield to Port Renfrew. It is brutal. It is a brutal trail to hike. So you're only allowed up to a 40-pound backpack. So that's what he's doing right now. He's doing the West Coast Trail. So let me sit down here. I got a very special palm coming in a few days, guys. It's going right there. So we'll do a live stream when we do it. What do you got here? Why did you bring this out? Why'd you bring this outside to show that?
Because that's yours.
Huh? No, this.
Oh, yeah, I thought maybe you'd...
Okay, guys. I saw the video. Oh, yeah, you saw the video with their kids. I'll show you. That was my 2 youngest kids. My oldest son couldn't make it.
Actually works.
Him and his girlfriend live up north of Nanaimo. You want to see something super cool? I'm going to show you something super cool. So, you see this? Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. Thank you, Palm Planet. So look at this. You know what that is? Do you ever see a beer holder like that? That's Trachycarpus. That is a Trachycarpus insulated. I just cut about 6 more inches off a Trachycarpus palm. You know what? I made it myself. It's you can make it. There's a palm that looks like dead. I shot a video of it, so I cut more off it, and that's kind of the outer skin that came off of it. So that's Trachycarpus fortunae. Anyway, my daughter's hilarious. Sammy, short for Samantha, and Trevor came down. They just live over on the Big Island in Chemainus. It's right across from Salt Spring. So, one single banana. She likes to make cards. That one's one single banana. That one. And she's a pretty funny gal. And same with Trevor. Love from Trevor. And then they took a picture here. I'll show you this picture they took.
They wrote really nice stuff in that card.
They did. So, hi, Dad. And they got banana phones right there. You gotta like that.
Your daddy. Or to Daddy-O. Thanks for the sweet-ass genetics. So happy I get to see you today. Love you, Sammy. Trevor, happy Father's Day. Happy to be your son. Thanks for being so laid back and chill. Definitely wouldn't be the person I am today without you.
Well, that's pretty nice. They said they made me a nice card. So they made me a banana card. I like homemade cards. So anyway, can you just throw this in the garbage? I'm just teasing. I save these cards. I save all the cards. I even got cards they made me from when they were little. So that's actually pretty cool. I wish they were here. They could join in the live stream. So we had a day together, and like I say, we went out for lunch. They treated me for lunch today, which was really awesome. Okay, so what do we got here? I'm doing a live stream at 2 p.m. Eastern Tuesday. 2 p.m. I'm going to be at work. Darn it. That's a bummer. See, I work 5 days a week, so at 2 p.m. here, I am working, which is a bummer. And Wendy's working too. She's back at work, and I think she starts getting booked out next week, right? You've got B&B guests. It's crazy. The B&B went from 0 bookings, and now they've opened everything up. She's booked pretty much all summer. Isn't that crazy? So I won't be able to do live streams down on the lower deck anymore. I'm going to have to be up here. Yeah, it was a slot I could get. Oh, man. I am out of school for the summer trying to get a job. Oh, cool. Cool. My youngest son wants to be a bartender, so he's working at 49th Parallel grocery store right now. My daughter works for the school board, so that's what she does. And my oldest son does accounting and bookkeeping and stuff like that. So it's too bad I couldn't see my oldest son. But anyway, you'll get a job. I'm sure you're a hard worker. Wouldn't it be cool to work in a palm nursery? Hey, how would you like to work in a nursery that just sold palm trees? And you can tell everybody everything they need to know about the palm trees. Wouldn't that be awesome? I think you'd like that job. So why did you change your name on YouTube? What made you change your name? I'm curious. I mean, your other name was pretty cool too, Palms USA, but your new name is very cool as well. What made you decide to do that? Oh, somebody's doing a booking right now. There are some annual palms that they plant at summer at the zoo, but there are also some nice needle. 9-foot tracky, sweet. Yeah, it's amazing all the good stuff you guys grow out there. Sable minors, needle, Rhipidophyllum hystric. No, it's funny. Those guys want to book the room tonight, but they said, and Wendy doesn't have any smoking here. Says we're smokers. I think it just did it because most palms are not from the USA. Well, there's a lot of palms native to the USA, actually. You know, you got a good load of palms native like to Florida and Hawaii and Arkansas, South Carolina, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Texas, Mississippi, Georgia. Man, there's a lot of palms native to California. You got to love that. The only palms native to Canada are in fossil form. That was a long time ago. Sounds like Wendy's doing a booking right now. Somebody's might book in tonight. Yeah, I like the name Palms USA, but incorporate palms. Yeah, that's cool. You know what? Palm Planet's actually a super cool name. I like it. It's very catchy. And yeah, no, it's a good change. And I know a few people have changed. Benjamin changed his name, and he was Benjamin Quagula before. Now it's Space Banjo. And Snowbird Flock is white with dreamy eyes. So it's good to change things up. You know what? Change is good. There's an owl out here. There's an owl out here, and the dog's chasing the owl, and the birds are chasing the owl. I'm not going to change it again. Yeah, well, you could if you get sick of it in a few years, right? But I think it's a good name. So there's an owl. There was 3 owls out here, and I went to town earlier, and I shot a video, like I say, and Wendy got a good video of the 3 owls sitting in the trees. They're here every single day, these big barred owls. But I'm kind of worried they might pick up our dog. So he's got to watch it out there. He's barking. And man, they could easily pick our 8-pound Yorkie up, I'm sure. They're huge barred owls, right? You know what's blooming right now are gardenia. We got the gardenia in the garden is blooming, and the ones in the pots are just about to bloom, but the one in the garden is blooming before the gardenias in the pots. Isn't that crazy? I thought the ones in the pots would bloom. First, I'll show you them. They're not blooming yet. There. There. So there they are. Anyway, and there's the Butia doing very well. Anyway, special palm tree should be coming in a few days, guys. Few days. So stay tuned for a video and maybe a live stream of me planting the special palm tree. Wendy can have the camera, her iPhone on, and we can do a video of me planting the special palm tree. And keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully it survives the winter, right? I don't believe it's a long-term palm here, but I'm going to do my best to keep it going, and we'll see what happens. Knock on wood. We'll knock on wood right there. We're knocking on wood, and hopefully that pinnate species of palm I get will thrive. The queen palm's still going good. I watered down there. It's just so dry down where that queen palm is. It needs a lot of water, and at this time of the year, it's just really scary. Forest fire risk is going to be up at extreme real quick. So I hope you guys are having a good day out there, and I hope your dad's had a good Father's Day. I don't have a dad anymore. It was May 2016. My dad expired. And then it was February 2018. My mom expired. So I'm an orphan. Joe, where do you say Robusta foliifera in the long term? The northernmost place I've seen them long term, and I'm talking been in the ground decades, is Brookings, Oregon, Gold Beach. So Brookings, Oregon, there's lots of them all over the place. Gold Beach, I've seen a few, and there is actually a nice one growing in Seattle, but it only takes one really bad winter. I know of one that's been in the ground about 10 years in Seattle, but it takes one bad winter to wipe those ones out, but it just never really gets cold enough in Brookings to wipe out those Washingtonia robusta. And I've seen them there with 30 feet of trunk, right? I remember when I was down there last time in Brookings Harbor, Oregon, I was driving around looking for palm trees, and there was this old folks home, and I stopped in because there was a 30-foot Washingtonia robusta growing right in the courtyard there. So I stopped and I talked to them. They didn't even know what the palm was. So I gave them all the information on it. That was around 2004. So that was about 17 years ago. And just absolutely beautiful, thick trunk, big crown on it. And you see a lot of them like that down in Brookings, Oregon. I saw some beautiful Cyagrus romans-ophiana, queen palms. There's a king palm growing down there, Arcanto Phoenix, Cunninghamiana, but I didn't see it. But I've seen somebody post a picture of a king palm growing in Brookings, Oregon, which is super cool. So it just goes to show you how mild it is on the Oregon coast. So they get a lot of rain in the winter, about 80 inches annually or so, but they just don't get the frost. Date palms everywhere, massive flipping date palms, just like you see in California, all over the place. You go down the side roads and you start cruising the subdivisions, and man, you're going to see a lot of big Phoenix canariensis. And flawless, massive crowns, huge trunks. And you know what else is really common down there too? Is Yucca gigantea, so formerly known as elephantippes, Yucca elephantippes. How big are the washies in Brookings? The ones that I saw, some of them had 30 feet of trunk on them. Big ones. Date palms, 40 feet, 50 feet tall, big date palms. Massive crowns on them, absolutely huge. Big ones in Gold Beach as well. So really mild. It's zone 9B or so in Brookings. It's solid zone 9B or higher. So it's really nice. Do you think washi could grow? No, never. It could never grow long term in Portland, Oregon, because the winters get too cold there. They get really cold. The winters in Portland can get colder there than here. If you look at the all-time lows in Portland, it's been colder there than here. And the problem with Portland, they get a lot of summer heat, lots of trackies and stuff there, but they also get outflow winds coming down the Columbia River Gorge, and it is inland. Portland, Oregon's way inland from the ocean, so it's not really regulated by the ocean like we are out here on the islands. So hot summers, and yeah, winters are generally pretty mild, but they can also get very cold there too. So you're not going to see long-term Washingtonias there. You'll probably see them, but short-term Washingtonias, right? South of there in Medford and stuff, you might see them a little bit more long-term. I saw 40 in Columbia, South Carolina. I have a video. Yeah, oh yeah, in South Carolina, there should be a lot of them there. The coldest temperature ever recorded in Brookings Harbor is 18 degrees Fahrenheit, okay? So 18 degrees Fahrenheit is the all-time record low, and that happened in 1972. I have the weather records. Years ago, back in the 1980s, I sent to Brookings the Tourist Information Chamber of Commerce, and they sent me all the weather records and everything for Brookings, Oregon, because I was very interested. It was in the late 1980s. Any long-term washies on the... Not that I know of. I don't know. There might be. I mean, I know of a pretty long-term Brahia edulis growing in Tofino. Brian planted it years ago, and it's thriving. So next time I'm there, I was there in late March. Next time I'm there is probably going to be in the early fall. I'll make sure I stop by Brian's, and I'll shoot a video of his Phoenix and his Brahia edulis. He's got some big butias in his garden as well that are just absolutely thriving. But it is milder there. It's slightly milder in the winter than Salt Spring Island. So really nice area for growing things, but they do get a lot of rain. I'm sitting under the shade umbrella here, you see, so it's really warm. I'm really not looking forward to next week working in the heat, man. It's going to just frickin' kill me. It is. And tonight, we're going to have the fan. We've had the fan going every night. It's warm. Like I say, when you get locked into these high pressure systems here in the Gulf Islands, they just stay. And yeah, it's been sort of a really cool spring here. Yeah, Columbia is pretty far inland, South Carolina from... That's cool. And they get the heat down there too. Heat and humidity. I was going to say the humidity here was 41% right now. So humidity's low, but temperature's up there. So I don't know, 26.2 is I don't know how warm that is. It's in the 70s, somewhere in the 70s. 26.2. Might be 75 right now, something like that. But anyway, it's comfortable. So it's a nice day. Unfortunately, the weekend goes fast. But next week is a regular week. But the week after, I get 4 days off, which is totally awesome. So Wednesday is going to be my Friday because Thursday, July 1st, is Canada Day. So you have 4th of July, we have Canada Day on July 1st. So it's a statutory holiday, but it falls on a Thursday. So I've taken a Friday off, so I get 4 days off. So I'll do some live streaming. And then I'll show you some different things in the garden. I'll walk around. I'll do a live stream on this, and I'll do a live stream on Banana J SSI, and we'll do one on Jungle Joe C2. I like live streams. They're fun. Lots of fun. Because I like to talk, right? I met a guy that actually talks more than me the other day. I just about had to hang up on the guy when he phoned me. It's like there was a news story they did on me several months back, and it just aired on Global National TV. So he phoned me up, and he was asking me about it. Got up to 93 today, humid, played... Whoa, that is hot. Hot, hot, hot. Tennis courts were busy. But you know what was busier today? When I drove by St. Mary Lake on the way home, I shot a video and I'll upload it tonight when I go to bed. And it was packed at the lake. St. Mary Lake was absolutely a zoo. And I totally avoid that lake because it's all packed with tourists. Very small beach area, but too many people there for me. When I go swimming, we go right across the street. We just walk through a real beautiful nature trail and we go to our own beach here. And I like ocean swimming better than lake swimming myself. But the lake, that lake was busy, and I can imagine all lakes were busy today. St. Mary Lake on Salt Spring Island. We have 11 lakes here, Space Banjo, so the nearest lake to us is about 4.5 kilometers south of here. St. Mary Lake is the biggest lake, and then there's 10 other lakes here to swim at. All freshwater lakes, all drinking water. So none of our lakes are allowed to have power boats in. Covered in tiny elky, tiny, covered in tiny, what's that? What is tiny elky? I don't know what that is. Anyway, I went out for 2 motorbike rides today. It was just absolutely beautiful. It was so nice. So the first place, I meant lakes. Oh, I meant lakes. Oh, you got lakes there too. Awesome. Independence Day, July 4th, right? Yeah, you're only 3 days after Canada Day. Lakes, yeah, we got a lot of lakes here, Benjamin, and lots of fish in the lakes. There's a cutthroat trout, rainbow trout, bass, and some steelhead in some of the lakes. Lots of turtles, a lot of turtles in the lakes there too, and salamanders and freshwater clams. I used to swim in the lakes years ago, but like I say, I much prefer ocean swimming. So on a really hot day, I just like to walk across the street to our beach. And it's a really nice little 5-minute walk through the nature trail, and you're down at this beautiful private beach, white crushed shells, and it's just beautiful. Anyway, good to see you guys in there. No, there's not a lot of people in this live stream, but that's okay. Appreciate you guys coming in, and like I say, I hope your dads had a really good Father's Day. I was really happy to see my kids. It was just absolutely awesome. And like I say, there's the picture one more time of Samantha and Trevor talking on the banana phones. They dropped that. They put that in the card. I thought that was pretty cool. Sammy's a total character. She's 27, and Trevor is just about 21. He'll be 21 in not that long, early July. Oh, did your dad love the card? Okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah, Wendy. So anyway, Benjamin, all of her paintings are on art cards. So those are her big size paintings on cards. And that painting she sold. But she has all her paintings and cards in her art gallery here. So when people come to Gallery 59, she's on the studio tour. They buy her art cards and her art. And right now she's doing skateboard. This is a pretty cool skateboard. I probably showed it to you. So she's working on this skateboard. This one here is a Sasquatch. And my oldest son was a sponsored skateboarder. And, he'd go through boards like they're going out of style, right? So every month he'd get a new board or 2 boards, and he'd throw his old boards out. But I'd always hoard his old boards. So I hoarded all of Ryan's old boards, right? And he took the trucks and the wheels off. Some of them have trucks and wheels, but most of the time he took the trucks and the wheels off because he got free boards because he was sponsored, right? He'd go in competitions. So Wendy is refurbishing these old boards and turning them into art. So this one's got Bigfoot on it. There's a Sasquatch on the board that she painted. That's kind of cool, eh? So Sasquatch on the skateboard. So she has those at the gallery as well, which is kind of cool, I think. And she's painted some actually really cool tropical scenes on the boards as well. She's painted a lot of palm trees and things on there, which is really cool. It's called Recycling Old Skateboards. I still have my skateboards from when I was a kid, but they were actually kind of like made out of fiberglass kind of plastic. And you can't really paint on them. They're not good for painting on, but I have them down in the basement. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I've had them a long time. I got one of them signed by famous skateboarder Patty McGee. So is that guy booking?
Yeah.
For when, August?
August.
August. Cool.
From Vancouver Island.
Wendy is just packing in the bookings. She's very happy because, like I say, the B&B went from dead, 0. We had somebody stay here a couple weeks ago, and then we had somebody else stay at the other B&B last week too. But usually she's booked out solid, and now it's booked out solid. So she's really happy because that is her income, and then she works at another B&B. So she started work today at the other B&B, the inn, and then she works tomorrow as well. So she's super happy to be back to work and making money now at this B&B. And like I say, we have two B&Bs here, Magnolia Petal and Arbutus Blossom. Arbutus Blossom is a beautiful little B&B with massive arbutus trees over it. And you can probably see them in the distance. You can see them in the distance right over there. Those are arbutus trees, big Pacific madronas. So right underneath those big tropical looking trees in the distance, there's a little cottage you can stay in, which is really, really cool. It's actually got a king size bed in it. And there's palm trees over there too. But that's our far part of our property way over there. And yeah, it's a beautiful place. You're lucky. Yeah, no, we had about 38 cases total. Seriously, to me, it doesn't even exist here, dude. It's like, I don't listen to the news very much. It's rare that I listen to the news. If you don't listen to the news, to me, it doesn't even exist here. I've never seen any signs of it yet. So yeah, I just live my life as usual. I've never stopped hugging people from the beginning. I shake hands. I've been breaking all the rules too. You know what I mean? I've never seen any signs of the plandemic. That's what I call it. So yeah, and now there's tons of tourists here. The island is crawling with tourists, and I'm happy to see that. Now finally, it's about time. And things can get, to me, things are just normal here. Except when you go into a store, you got to wear a mask. But I went into Home Depot yesterday, and people are wearing masks outside. It's like in the garden centers. Like, forget it. I'm not going to wear a mask. I don't wear a mask outside. I refuse to ever wear a mask outside. And if somebody wants to make me wear a mask outside, I'm going to dispute that with them for sure. I'll wear a mask inside. I always carry it with me, but I don't wear a mask outside. I want to breathe this fresh air, man. It's good. This island air is awesome. It's good air, so you might as well breathe it. I think wearing a mask all the time is really hard on your lungs. You know, I have a tough time breathing in it. And Wendy has got a bit of asthma, so it's even worse for her. So me, no, don't. And I don't have to wear them at work either. I work outside the parks department, and it's great. I just like this when I go to the parks department. Don't wear a mask. Breathe the fresh air, man. So if you're outside, don't wear a mask, guys. It's not good for you. Wear it if you have to go inside because that's the law. But outside, enjoy the air, right? And we got lots of fresh island air here. Yeah, nice to isolated cases. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing. There's 0 cases here. I was in the hospital 2 weeks ago, and the hospital was dead. We have a Lady Minto hospital here. It was just dead to me. It's totally quiet, you know? So, yeah. I know a few people that have actually had it, right? Okay? And they got over it, but they were pretty sick for about 5 days or so. I used to have asthma. I used to be forced to wear masks in the gym. Yeah, well, I work out in my own gym, so I don't have to wear a mask, thank God. I got a gym in the basement, and I got a gym in my bedroom. So no mask. I could never work out wearing a mask, man. There's no possible way. It just wouldn't work for this guy. No possible way I could wear a mask in the gym. I would be suffocating. I have to be in a meeting. I have to go to a meeting, work meeting on Tuesday, and I have to wear a mask in there for a few hours. I had asthma. Mask didn't really. Oh, really? Okay, yeah. Wendy, it really bothers her, and it bothers me too. I find it really tough to breathe wearing a mask. So I try to wear them as little as possible. But you know what? I always carry one with me, just in case. So when I'm riding my motorbike, I go into town, and I always have one in my pocket. canceling Canada Day. I called it the pandemic. To me, it just seems I gotta watch. I gotta watch what I say, so I call it pandemic, and I call it mandemic and plandemic, and I call it Maxine because everything here is censored. So that's why I say plandemic or mandemic. All right, so you know what I mean, because you got to really watch what you say here, because Facebook censors stuff and YouTube censors stuff. You can't say anything bad about it, so that's why I got to really watch what I say here. So you know what I mean when I say plandemic, right? Or mandemic or Maxine. I got a friend named Maxine, so you know the Maxine or the jab. That's what I'm referring to. Just so the censors don't ding me, you know what I mean? Because if I talk about it, then if I monetize this video, you have to tick off a few more boxes, and they might even might not even monetize it for Wendy. So that's why I call it that. Yeah. And hopefully we'll be all back to normal around the world soon enough, right? I mean, like I say, things have opened up here now. Things just opened up here, I think, on the 15th of July. Restaurants, you couldn't eat in a restaurant. You'd actually had to take out. But now everything's open. I sat in the restaurant with the kids today, and it was absolutely awesome. Yeah, some anti-maskers. Yeah, so I'm not an anti-masker. Like, I'm not an anti-masker. I'm not even an anti-vaxxer. You know what I mean? I'm totally for vaccines. I'll say vaccines. And I'm totally my last one was a tetanus shot. I've got polio, smallpox, all that stuff, measles. I got all those shots, right? So I'm definitely not an anti-maxer. We're going to say anti-maxer, and you know what I'm talking about. And I think it's good to have vaccines. But this one, I'm waiting. I'm at the end of the line. I'm at the end of the line for this one, and we're just going to wait it out and see what happens. And if it gets approved, then I might get it. But it's not approved yet, so I can't get it. I just don't want anything in me that's not approved. It's not approved by the FDA or the CD. What is it? The CDC or the CDA, whatever they call it, CDC. So it's authorized for emergency use. And you know what? I'm actually more worried about the side effects than I am COVID. I'm going to say COVID. You know what I'm talking about. So I'm just waiting it out, and I have nothing against it. But like I say, I'm at the end of the line, and I have a lot of friends that have like I say, my daughter got it. My daughter's got her. I think she's already had the second one. My youngest son's going to get it, and why is it not? It's not approved. They have not approved it. It's emergency use only. It's totally experimental. It has not been approved at all. So that's why I don't want it. So I really watch what I put into my body because, you know, like, yeah, I have a beer every so often because it's a hot day, but I try to stay healthy. And I work out 5 days a week. I take my vitamins. I don't even remember the last time I was sick, knock on wood, which I'll probably get sick tomorrow. But so I'm going to wait it out. Like I say, I'll sit on the fence, end of the line, and I'm just, it actually kind of freaks me out because I've read the ingredients and stuff like that. So I don't want that. I don't want that in me. It's very synthetic. So we'll hang on a little bit, see what happens in the next year. And if it gets approved, they say they might not, they won't even be approved by 2023. It's like I say, emergency use. They developed it pretty quickly, and that kind of freaks me out too. So I'm just going to wait and see. And like I say, most people I know have it. A lot of people I know have that. And like I say, my ex-wife got it, my daughter got it, and I don't know if my oldest son got it, but my youngest son is definitely getting, because he says him and his girlfriend are going to go to Waikiki, so he's definitely going to get it. So I says, hey, that's fine. You know what I mean? I don't look down on people who get it, but it seems like a lot of people who get it kind of look down on people who don't get it, right? And I says, you know what? Everybody's got their own choice, and if you want to get it, that's good for you. That's awesome, and I have nothing against it whatsoever. So hopefully it all works out for you. And you're gonna have to get booster shots every year. Every year you're gonna definitely have to get a booster shot, right? Because there's a lot of variants out there, I think, right? And the kind of like the flu shot. I don't think the flu shot works on every flu variant, right? That's the way it works. You get a flu shot every year, but there's a lot of different types of flus, right? So you remember there was the swine flu, and then there was the bird flu, and I know there's, like I say, different types of this stuff out there. Hello, Jane, my friend Jane in Hawaii. Aloha to you. My youngest son is going to go to Hawaii next March. Well, the reason it was developed so quickly is because it is different type of vax from 1980. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. I know there's a lot of bad side effects with it that have been affecting people, especially like blood clots and inflammation around the heart and people getting paralyzed in their face and stuff like that. Some stuff is short, term, some stuff is long term. So you know what? For that reason, I'm just going to sit back on the sidelines and just kind of wait it out, and we'll see what happens, and hopefully everything's good. And if they approve it one day, then maybe I'll go get the jab.
You might have to cut short because I got to book this guy and I can't get in now.
Okay, you know what? Jane just came in there. I'm gonna have to.
You could come back in about 10.
If I go for 18 more minutes, I got an hour for you.
Okay, go.
You can still book them in.
Yeah, but I just hope somebody doesn't book it.
Oh, okay. So you know what, guys?
Go ahead.
Well, there was only 7 lots out of. Okay, yeah. So there you go. So yeah, you got to look at the big picture too. And it's like I look at the big picture of British Columbia. There's 5.5 million people here, and not a whole lot of people got COVID, right? So that's what I look at too, the big picture. And I look at the Hong Kong flu I survived in the late 1960s to 71, up to 4 million people worldwide died. And back then there was no social distancing, there was no mask, there was no jab, and Woodstock went on in summer of 69. So I survived it when I was a kid. And so it just seems really weird with this one here. It's just that there's too many red flags for this one for me. So that's why I'm sitting on the sideline. So we'll just see what happens and see how things pan out. Okay, anyway, you know what, guys? I got to roll. Wendy's got to book somebody into the B&B here, and she's trying to get onto the internet. So, Jane, good to see you in there. Sorry, I'm cutting this one short. And you guys stay safe out there. And I like your name chains. Palms USA. Palm, what do you call it now? Palm Planet? Is it Palm Planet? I like that name. I think it's actually a good... I like Palms USA too, but Palm Planet, my most cases are big cities. Yeah. So, yeah, we're on a small island here. And it's like... I know a lot of people on this island, trust me, and I just haven't seen it. Okay, take care there, Palm Planet. Okay, we're gonna know that Palms USA is now Palm Planet, Wendy. He changed his name to Palm Planet. I'm just telling Wendy you changed your name to. She likes it. She says Palm Planet is a good name for YouTube. Yeah, that's cool. I think you're gonna pick up more subscribers with that name, Palm Planet, because there are palms all over this planet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Palm Planet. You take care out there. Good talking to you. Jane, take care. Benjamin, take care. And I'm going to cut this short now because Wendy has to book some people into the B&B. So cheers and aloha. Take care, Palm Planet. We love the name. Wendy loves the name Palm Planet. That is actually a pretty awesome name. Hey, that could be, so I got to change your name well, you already won the draw once, but that'd be a good name for a nursery. Palm Planet Nursery. Could you imagine that? Palm Planet Nursery. I like that. Yeah, no, that's a really good name. Good choice. We like that. It's very catchy, actually. All right, take care, Palm Planet. We know it's the same person, just a different handle. And Jane, take care out there on the Hawaiian Islands. Benjamin, back in Montreal. I'm going to cut her short and say cheers and aloha to everybody there. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Okay, Wendy's going to take it and close it off. Cheers.
Well,
No, I don't know how to do it. You do it. This is unedited right now. Hello.
Live. I don't know why. Can you read that?
Okay, hang on. We got to figure out how to close this thing.
Yeah. You always hand it to me. You have to learn how to.
No. That's crazy. I don't know how to end this one. That is hilarious. I don't know how to end the stream. Oh, just a minute. Maybe here. End.